Hi, everyone, and welcome to our information event tonight. We're so excited to be here with you guys, sharing some stories about how we're building our businesses online using social media. We've got a few of the girls on tonight, and we're going to be hearing from Bronte and Sarah sharing their stories. They both have, quite different stories, but they've both been in the business for about 2 years. My name's Erin. I've been in the business for about 4.5 years. It's been amazing for me. I love sharing my story because I went from being a stressed out, overworked mum to building my business online around my kids and creating a really successful business that's allowed me to create a lot of time flexibility for myself and my family, a lot of choices around being able to travel and lifestyle, and really now being able to focus on helping lots of other women and mums to become, entrepreneurs and run their own businesses using social media. And we know how powerful social media is these days, that we all have basically phones attached to us, so we may as well be making money using social media. So we definitely find that we have so many things we love about our business, but some of the things we really love are the flexibility that we do get to choose when we work and how much we work. So for a lot of us, especially when we start out, we already have other commitments such as work, study, maybe children. So this really allows us to start to grow something in our spare time, which might start out being something just to help us cover some extra expenses here and there, maybe start to put aside some money for traveling, maybe a little bit of money to help you out with paying for things that you might not otherwise be able to afford. But then the idea with this is that over time you can start to generate enough money that it can then become something that might be more of a plan A for you, where you can cut back on some of your other work commitments so that you can do some of the things that you really love doing. And that's really what we're all about, is about helping people create more of a life that they really love, being able to wake up every day and do something that they're passionate about. Many of us are quite passionate about health. We love business. We love social media. We love helping people. So this really ties in very nicely. And I know for myself personally, I could not handle working a 9-to-5 job. I can't think of anything worse. So this had really always appealed to me. But even running a traditional business, I found that was really stressful because there's a lot of, having to manage employees and things, where this business, we have a very minimal startup cost, but we get to build our business all around the world. We get to have lots of fun, work with lots of amazing people, and we have a beautiful community of women. And we're really here just to support each other on our journeys and help everyone else succeed. That's what we're all about. So we're going to start off now, and we might hear from Bronte first. And I love your story, Bronte, and I'd really love to hear, a little bit about what life was like before you came across our business, how you've been able to grow your business, and what life looks like now. So I'm just going to spotlight you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erin. So before this business, which was about 2.5 years ago, I was actually at a point in my life where I had no direction. I had no purpose. I'd left school in 2012 and just kind of went into the world going, oh my God, what do I do? Everyone else around me had decided what they wanted to do. They were all off going to uni. And I'm over here like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, I have no idea. So I just stayed in my part-time job that I had after school, which was pharmacy, which I did not like, but it was money. We need money. So once I left school, I actually went into that full time and did that for about 2 years before I realized I can't work full time because of my anxiety. So every time I did try to work full time, it would just turn into a mental breakdown. I'd have to have time off work. It was horrible. So I went back to part time and I went between pharmacies. And I kind of started to get depressed because I realized, is this what life is? Like, am I going to have to just keep working 9 to 5 part-time for the rest of my life? And as you can imagine, part-time when you're young is not enough money to pay the bills. Like, I was living below my means and it was just ridiculous. So yeah, a bit of depression started to settle in on top of my already existing anxiety. And it was just, life was getting harder because I was just obsessing over this fact that I had no purpose. And I was like, how am I going to live like this? I can't work 9 to 5. It's killing me. So I actually wasn't looking for another option because I didn't know there were any other options. I actually didn't know what I was going to do. I was just going to keep working and hope that I started to feel better. And then my friend actually posted about this business opportunity on Facebook, and it caught my eye because I was like, oh, working from home, like that sounds unreal. So I sent her a message, and yeah, it's kind of, I, I don't know how to get into this bit because there's just so many ways to explain it. But I started the business and of course at first it took a bit of time, but I was just so happy to, have something I was working on. It was kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel of, oh my God, maybe there's a possibility that I might not have to work 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. So I just did a little bit after work because I was only part-time anyway. I just put a little bit of time into it, and we all have those days where we lose motivation a bit, but oh my God, 2.5 years later, here I am. I've been able to quit my 9 to 5 job and I'm doing this full time. And I'm just like, I'm so unbelievably grateful. And I'm on this mission now to help any other girls like me who don't have purpose, who don't have a passion, who leave school going, what the hell do I do? How do I know what I want to do with the rest of my life? I'm so young. I want to help people like me, especially girls with anxiety who can't work a 9 to 5 job because, dealing with people face to face every day is so scary. And this business gives us the opportunity to, it's not necessarily hiding or anything because we're still communicating with people every day, but just having that comfort of being able to have the choice of doing it behind a screen is just, it's like a weight being lifted off my shoulders. Just knowing that I can create an income without having to even leave my house is just a blessing. Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted me to share, Erin?
No, I guess just what I really love about your journey, Bronte, is that when Bronte first started, she had a lot of anxiety and really hated speaking to people. So she's certainly grown so much over the last 2.5 years, and I just know that she's growing personally so much, and that's really inspiring just to watch your journey with your confidence and not having that anxiety kind of clouding you now. And I know that work was a big factor creating a lot of anxiety and stress for you, so just that you're free of that now is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Another big thing as well is that, like, it's good to have this opportunity to not have to work because of my anxiety, but there's this whole other side to the business where we teach self-development, like overcoming our fears and stuff like that. And because of that, my anxiety is basically almost non-existent. Obviously we all still get anxious every now and then, but like I could not be on here talking to you guys right now if this was me 2 years ago. Like I can't believe how much I've changed. And all my friends and all my family, they're always constantly saying to me, you're like a whole different person. And honestly, I have this business to thank for that because, if I never said yes to this, I wouldn't have started working on myself. I wouldn't have had all the support and love from all the girls in this business. And, without that, I couldn't have grown to who I am now.
I love that, Bronte. So yeah, it's amazing. And you've got such an amazing, exciting journey ahead. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So we're going to get Sarah to share now. So Sarah, I work with quite closely in the business. Sarah is super busy, but super motivated. She's very driven. She's building a beautiful team of women. So I'd just love to hear a bit more about your story so far, Sarah, and what you're really excited for in the future.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Erin. I guess I'm going to take you guys through my story tonight. And in some ways, it's super similar to Bronte's. We have some very similar components of our stories, but it's also incredibly different. But where I relate to what Bronte was saying was that I too was really lacking purpose and passion, and I guess lacking a platform to be able to pursue my passions and to create the impact that I knew I wanted to create. And so I guess going back to the beginning of my story, I had started my uni degree. I grew up playing a lot of sport. I was very active. I was quite a healthy kid, and I've got my family to thank for that. But I went into my bachelor degree studying health science with a major in human movement, and so knew that that's where my passion was. My passion was health. my passion was in fitness. It's where I wanted to be, but I didn't quite have any direction or any way forward. So kind of went through that degree. I did a couple of side courses on the side at the same time, my PT course, things like that, to just kind of, I guess, expose myself to some new avenues, because I definitely didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose, and I definitely knew that I could have a bigger impact than what I was currently having. But at the same time, I was battling that concept of, well, I'm only, I'm now 22, but at the time I was 20, and I didn't really feel valid enough, I guess, to be having impact or to be sharing advice, sharing knowledge about the things I was passionate about. And I think that comes back to society's way of, I think that's just kind of how we've been brought up. We've been brought up to go to uni, get a degree, have a career, and then create impact that way. So I guess, and a little bit subconsciously, I was looking for something that I could use as a platform to really unleash my passion and my purpose, and where I wanted to find my direction. And I knew that was in the world of health and fitness. And so it wasn't until this business kind of came into my life. And at the time, and Erin mentioned that I'm quite busy, and I actually listened to a podcast today, and she talked about the word busy and how we should actually say we're unbusy, and busy is just an excuse for not having time. And I definitely feel like that relates to my story, because I came into this business and I said yes to this incredible business when I was working 3 part-time jobs. I was a nanny, I was a receptionist, and I was working as a PT, all of which were great, and I was earning money from them and I loved them, but they definitely weren't fulfilling me to the point where I was satisfied with what I was doing, or, I felt like I could continue doing that for a significant amount of time. And so I was at uni at the same time. I was juggling uni, my 3 part-time jobs, and putting quite a bit of time into my netball, and I really just wasn't fulfilled in any of those things. So I kind of just plodded along, and then started my master's degree in chiropractic, of which I'm incredibly passionate about. It is definitely what I'm all about. It aligns so well with my philosophy of prevention over over treating, and it really allows me to, I guess, match up with my philosophy of the health is a really holistic idea of what we eat, the way we move, the way we talk and think about ourselves in terms of our mental health, the way we socially interact. And I just knew that this business really aligned with not only my philosophy in health and my passion for chiropractic, but it also aligned with my idea of being able to create my own day, my own life, and being able to be under my own umbrella. And I guess what I mean by that is not being limited by other people's, by other employees or by other people's vision, but really allowing my own passions, my own purpose to create that direction forward for me. So I came into the business and I was still juggling all the things that I had on my plate, but I knew that I really wanted to make this something, because not only did I want to create a space to, as I said before, use as a platform for my passion, and that is to inspire, educate, and share information and my story around holistic health and well-being, and to help other people be their healthiest and happiest self in whatever that looks like for them. But I also wanted to create a platform that I could share with people so that they too could find what they were looking for and find that direction forward, whether that is in the concept of financial freedom or time freedom, or even, what Bronte was talking about with it being a space for her to not have to work 9 to 5 because she physically and mentally couldn't cope with that. But, a way that she can still be able to earn an income to have an impact and share her story. So I was really excited when I came across this business, because I knew that it was going to be my platform to be able to do that, to be able to create a space where people can come together from all aspects of life, regardless of who you are or what you've achieved, and come together, connect with each other, collaborate with each other, to not only impact the lives of people around them and themselves, but to be able to do so on a global level and just impact the health and the lives of so many different people. So for me, the vision of this business came immediately, and I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. I knew that it was something that was going to be the vehicle forward for me. And now at 22, I'm about 12 months out of finishing my master's degree in chiropractic. And I know that, I'm going to come to the end of that degree in 12 months, and I'm going to have so many more opportunities for myself, because I won't necessarily have to go into full-time work, because I have an incredible side hustle income with my business, and it's going to give me so many options to continue to impact the lives of people and the health of people globally. And so I think I'm just really grateful, and I have so much gratitude to give to this business for one, allowing me to find my passion and purpose again and give me that direction forward as a way to be able to educate and inspire people around my passions in holistic health and around the importance of whole foods and nourishing our bodies to be at our best so that we can achieve anything we want, but also creating a space where we get to connect with each other, because I just feel like in a world driven by social media, we lose that human interaction and those human connections with people so often. And I love that this business has brought me back to such such rich connection with so many amazing people that I get to work with every day. So that's kind of a bit of a mix of my story and where I've come from and where I am now. And I guess what I'm super excited about is the fact that we just get to grow in our business, we get to grow in ourselves, and we get to empower each other and work with each other so closely each and every day, so that not only can we create the best life for ourselves, but so that we can create the best life for each other, and really uplift and empower everybody to do that, which is really, really cool. So that's a little bit about my story. Erin, is there anything else you wanted me to add or talk about?
No, I think that's awesome, Sarah. And I think like Bronte, your business and your confidence have grown over the last 2.5 years, but already things are starting to change in your life, that you've already started to open up some more options for yourself. You know that your study is a huge priority, but also being able to focus on the girls you're working with in your business and really supporting them with their goals and helping them grow as well. So it is certainly something where it's not just about us, earning extra money, but we also get to help these people in so many ways with what we do. But very much because we are using social media, like Sarah said, that we really want to keep it extremely authentic and genuine. And we don't want to come across as like these kind of fake people on social media. We really try and keep it so that we're true to ourselves, true to our passions, true to what we're all about, and people really resonate with that. So I think that's it from us. So I really just wanted to thank the girls for sharing their stories tonight. We have a lot of, amazing women in the team and a lot of amazing stories that we can share. But I'm especially excited for you guys because, you guys are in your early 20s. You're already building these amazing businesses, as you say, as like a side hustle, so that over the next few years, what you're creating, when you look back in a few years' time, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what I've created is so amazing. And because we have so much support, so many amazing people in our community, we're really here just to nurture people, go step by step with them, go at their pace. Obviously, Sarah's got a lot on her plate, so there's only so much time she can put into her business with all of her uni and completing her masters. And Bronte's now lucky enough that she has a little bit more time to allocate to her business. So I think that's one of the great things, that we get to choose what we get to put in. And I know Sarah, when Sarah's on holiday, she has a little bit more time to spend. And many of us like to be able to take our business with us when we're traveling, because I can pretty much, looking at everyone I can see on the call, I know we're all very passionate about travel. And that's another great thing about our business, that we get to build a business that's international. So we have some perks there where we can travel internationally and within Australia. So I really just want to thank everyone else for jumping on tonight, and we're going to be running this event more frequently so we can share more stories. And obviously there's a lot more information we could share with you guys, but this is really just to share some stories and give you a little bit of insight. So if you are watching the event tonight or you're watching back the recording, we're certainly here to answer all of your questions, give you as much information as you need, and really help show you guys how you can create your own business using social media. And I think people kind of hear that a bit these days, like, oh yeah, build a business on social media, but obviously any business takes work to grow something that's successful. But we have a lot of tools, training, resources, and just really that personal support where we really want to help people, go step by step on that journey, work with them so they can grow their confidence and build something that's going to help them financially to set them up, over the next couple of years, but also long term what they can create for themselves. So once again, just want to say thank you guys, and we'll have the recording available, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening. So thanks guys. Night guys.